Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you for checking out today's video. I'm excited because the interior of this car needs some love. I like the interior, it's grown on me a lot since I got the car, but it's still a typical Subaru. It's really cheap, it's all plasticky, there's no luxurious feeling materials in the entire car, and I want to try and change that. And the thing that I did on my last WRX, I had my Recaro seats, and I integrated, you know, everything was kind of leather and Alcantara and suede. It all wrapped around really nicely. And then I added a lot of carbon fiber bits and bobs and stuff like that. On this interior with the cloth seats, I hopefully one day will swap these out for racing seats. I typically don't do racing seats if the car has nice factory seats. These are really nice, comfortable seats from the factory, but they're not my favorite. The design just kind of looks terrible. I don't like all the little red, like intermittent stitching in here, like inside. It's not my style. I don't really like the look of it. So I'll hopefully change those out eventually. But we're installing what I think is the first interior modification besides my LED lights. I guess you could count the Billetworkz shifter and shift knob, but that doesn't like make a big statement. It looks really nice. It feels really nice, but it doesn't necessarily, it's something I'm not really looking at when I'm driving. However, one of my favorite mods on my last WRX was my carbon fiber steering wheel, and you guys already read the title, so you already know what's going down. I got a carbon fiber steering wheel sent out to me from Rexpeed. Now, Rexpeed makes some really good stuff. My buddy's old VA WRX, we put a Rexpeed duck bill on that. Beautiful. I mean, the fit and finish was perfect. We had no issue with it. The carbon looked great, and it held up for a really long time. So the Rexpeed steering wheels can actually be made to order, so you can change the ring. You can get like a red, green, blue center line ring, or you can get different color stitching, I believe, or you can actually do dry carbon fiber, like a flat finish or a gloss finish, add clear coat, etc. So the steering wheel took a little bit to get. I believe it was about a month and a half till I got the steering wheel after ordering it, because I did order it without a stripe. I'm not a big fan of like the red stripe in the middle or the green stripe or whatever color you go with. I like the clean, no stripe look. So I want to show you guys this. So you guys already know what the factory steering wheel looks like. It's just there. It's kind of boring. You got fake carbon fiber going on. You know, it's just, I don't know. You know, it's a Crosstrek steering wheel, honestly. But this, now this makes a statement. This really stands out. It really looks nice. The bolstering, I guess you could call it, on the steering wheel is more aggressive. The textured leather feels more grippy and more nice to grab. There's actually some grooves in the back of the steering wheel here for your fingers to go. Overall, really nice looking wheel. You can also get these in suede. However, my last steering wheel I got in suede. The oils and stuff on your fingers eventually like wear into the suede, and it gets kind of gross. Now, I know leather will probably end up doing the exact same thing. As you can see, these steering wheels from factory come flat, and you can see mine's starting to get kind of shiny already, if that makes any sense. You can kind of see like dirt starts to build up in all the cracks and crevices and whatnot. So it's not like that it won't happen to the leather, but leather's a lot easier to keep clean, and this isn't actually a textured leather like the steering wheel. It is actually a nice smooth leather. It just has the perforations, which, you know, could trap dirt eventually, but I don't think they will. This is a pretty simple install, believe it or not. It might sound or look intimidating, but I promise you it's not. So we're gonna dive right into it. I'm gonna remove the battery terminal just to be on the safe side. Fun fact, when I got my car back from Subaru, my positive battery terminal was completely loose. Like not even on there at all. And I was missing my cover. We'll loosen up this 10mm and take off our negative terminal. So I want to quickly show you how easy it actually is to remove these steering wheels. So these holes, there's going to be one here, one on the bottom and one on the other side, and we just take an Allen key or a fat screwdriver, something of this size that fits in the hole, and we just push. You'll kind of feel around, and you see we pushed and the airbag popped out. So there's actually another hole on the bottom. You find that and just try and go straight up. You may miss it at first, but there you go. You see it just popped out. Last one over here. Boom. And there it is. It might be helpful to have an extra hand there ready to go when this goes to fall. But from here, we're just going to take a flathead and pop up these yellow tabs and take off the orange and black connector. And then we'll remove this blue connector down here that just kind of pulls straight off. So now that I have the airbag out, you can actually see those pins. And if I push, you'll see it move. So there you can see what's happening. It's unlocking it from this clip here. And here I'm actually using a Phillips head screwdriver, and it's not even really a big one. So you can use a lot of things to get in there. But it looks like now we're gonna have to disconnect this harness. And I believe that's it. Now we should just be able to take a 17mm bolt and loosen this up. Now you're not gonna wanna take this off the whole way. We're gonna wanna leave it on a little bit because this thing might be hard to get off, and we're just gonna kinda have to like smack it a little bit, pull on it, and get it to release, and you don't want it to fly off and hit you in the face. So when you pull the steering wheel off of the splines, just be sure not to screw up the clock spring here. So we have it kind of centered. If you need to, you can pull a piece of tape across the front or something to keep it from moving. So just be careful not to bump it. You don't want to screw that up. But here is our steering wheel. We're just going to have to take some of this stuff off of it. So we'll take it inside, get it apart a little bit, and we'll put it all onto the new wheel and bring it back out. So on the inside here, we're just going to remove this connector, and we're going to pull out this Phillips head screw. And then this cover on the bottom will actually just pop out. So you're just going to kind of get behind it with your hand and pull it outwards. And that's it. We're going to have 2 Phillips head screws in here we're going to remove. So after them screws are off, you can lift up this cover. On the back side here, you will see these wires clipped into the cover. You can remove the wires from the cover, set that aside. But we do have to take these 2 Phillips head screws off to get the electronics out. But next, we're gonna take the pins out. So there's those 3 pins that hold the steering wheel in place, and I'm just gonna pry those out. So I got my screwdriver here, and I am just going to pry those out of the steering wheel. We'll put those in the new one. So after you have those pins removed, we can take out these 2 Phillips head screws to remove the electronics. Flip this over, now these should pop out. All we have to do is reinstall everything in our new wheel, which is just a reverse of what we did to get it out of the old wheel. So the only thing that you might have to worry about is these retainers. So we're just gonna push that back in, make sure that the cutout is facing towards the center, and then we'll put our pin through. So here you can see I have the pin. I'm just gonna push that in. Boom, clip it into place, and we are good to go. We just gotta do that for the other 2. Okay, so now we're just gonna carefully reinstall the steering wheel. Like so, and we'll put our bolt down, and we'll wire up our airbag. All right, guys, this thing looks really good. The only complaint that I have is now we have this fake carbon fiber alongside some real carbon fiber, and that looks a little funny. So I'll definitely have to get a replacement piece that replaces this with carbon. I know a ton of people make it. Rexpeed makes it. And then also the side controls would be pretty cool. And then we'll start replacing other stuff in the interior with carbon. The steering wheel actually feels really good. The bolstering on the back is a lot broader. So instead of like holding the steering wheel like this, you're holding it like this, if that makes any sense. You're really getting a good grip on this. It feels really, really good. It's a lot thicker. So if you don't like that, it might not be the best option for you, but it's good. I like that it feels thicker. There's more there to grab, and it feels more reassuring when you're holding onto it right here at the 9 and 3 locations. But overall, I think it's a really nice looking wheel. Up here, the little ridges in the back for your fingers aren't like overbearing. Like, I think they're like just perfect. Like, it's not too bad. It looks really good. I can't believe how much something like this changes the interior look. It just looks a lot more premium, a lot more custom. The red stitching, it all works together really well. So I really like this look. Now I'm excited. Now I'm addicted. Let's get some more carbon. Well, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I appreciate you checking it out. I will leave a link in the description to the steering wheel in case you're looking to get one for yourself. I highly recommend it. It's a really nice looking wheel, and it really made a big, bold statement on the interior. And think about this. You look at your steering wheel every time you drive the car. It's the #1 piece. It's the thing that you're looking at and hanging on to the entire time you're driving. So it only makes sense to customize it and make it look nice. And this is one hell of a way to do it. it looks really good. So thank you guys for checking out today's video. As I said, that link will be below. Links to my Instagram, full mod list, everything will be in the description. So I'll catch you guys in the next video.